They're nothing. And that's beautiful to my ears. Go back, Revelation chapter 21, verse 1 again.
Revelation 21, verse 1.
Yes, sir.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
Come on.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
Read.
And there was no more sea.
And there was no more sea, no more nations. There will be, after we rule over them for 1,000 years, we're going to get into that in a minute. After we rule over them for 1,000 years, brothers and sisters, there will be no more. There will be no need. Once they build our kingdom, Revelation 21 kingdom, it's not made with the hands of man. It's made by the hands of the Lord. It's in the heavens. You understand? And it's going to be given to us on earth. A man can't make that. What we need the white man to build up our kingdom for? No, you're going to build up that 1,000-year reign kingdom. And then after that, God going to give us his heavenly kingdom. And it's a wrap for you. Right. Now, go from there real quick. Go to the book of, where I want to go. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 11.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 11. Mm-hmm. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee.
Read.
Though I make a full end of all nations whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee. But I will correct thee in measure.
Read.
And will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
So the Lord said, I got to correct you in measure. That was slavery. That's what slavery is, y'all. That's what us dying in the streets. That's the Lord correcting us in measure. But I want you to see something that he said that you missed. Read it again.
Jeremiah 30:11. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee.
Read.
Though I make a full end of all nations.
Read that again.
Though I make a full end of all nations.
What does that mean?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, and verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. I want to give all honor, glory, and infinite praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, SHAQADAN, double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone, peace and salutations to the elect, scattered abroad, pushing his truth and sincerity. May Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, SHAQADAN, Barak to use Aquanium, Wa'akim Wa'kwafina, you elders, you brothers, you sisters, the hopeful elect out there laboring, keeping the commandments to the best of your ability, giving diligence to make your calling and election sure, and of course keeping faith in the Heavenly Father Yahweh and his beloved Son, our Lord and our Savior and our King Yahweh Shai HaMashiach in these last days and these perilous times that we are living in. This is Brother Pashai Ban Yasha Allah, and it's a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai on will the heathen nations be in the kingdom of heaven. All right, I saw no more sea. And that comes from the scripture I just read, Revelation 21st chapter, verse 1. Now, what inspired this lesson, of course, you've seen in the video clip I played in the intro, you have a branch out of the IUIC camp, all right, out of Raleigh, North Carolina, basically teaching that after 1,000 years, there'll be no more heathen nations, all right? No more nations after 1,000 years, all right, which makes no sense at all. And they are contradicting themselves. If there's no nation after 1,000 years, how is any other nation going to rise up and take us down after 1,000 years? Well, that's not going to happen either, all right, according to the scriptures, all right, according to the prophecies. So this be a quick lesson, we're going to go into Revelation 21st chapter, like the beginning of it, and we'll get some more precepts, to prove that when it says there was no more sea, it's not going to, like, all nations is not being here. It really goes into their vibration. It goes into no heathen rulership, because we're going to rule over the sea. All right, look at the precept on that in the book of, like I said, none too long, straight to the point. Second Esdras, the 7th chapter, and we're going to start at verse 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel, which had been sent unto me the night before. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow like a river. Who then can go into the sea and to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? So that sea is a representation of the heathen nations, all right? And ruling over them, because that's what's promised unto the Israelites. Look at the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter, all right? We're going to jump down to the point. I believe it's verse, let me see. 15, it says, And he saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. All right, so that represents the peoples, the multitudes, the nations, the heathen nations. All right, outside of the nation of Israel, and it was promised to Lord Yahushua, and he also gave that to his men. Look at Psalms 2 and 8. It says, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen, the peoples, the sea, for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession." It says, "Thou shalt break them with the rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel." All right, let's jump to Revelation chapter 2 and verse 25, right? It says, "But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come, this truth, this gospel, this knowledge. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works to the end, to him will I give power over the nations." All right, so this is Yahushua returning and establishing the kingdom of heaven. He said, "I'm going to give my men power over the nations." All right, because he been given power over the nations. He going to come and get it on his physical realm very soon. All right, all power is given to Lord Yahushua, and his men are going to be his joint heirs. All right, so we're going to have power over the nations. All right, so it says, when it says, "No, I saw no more sea," they're going to the vibration of these Moabites, these Edomites, these Hamites. And also you got to remember, I'm going to go back to that because that goes to us coming down from the chariots. All right, after, you know, the great destruction. All right, so you're going to have a lot of like the top banking families, you know, the top elites of the other nations in underground cities, underground bunkers, space stations, wherever they at, they're going to be hiding. All right, why? Because of nuclear fallout. Okay, will you have a sprinkle? Because not every place on the earth is going to get hit with the missiles. You're going to sprinkle people around the world still walking and roaming. All right, it's because we're going to the wormwood, radiation contamination. All right, you're going to have a lot of people dying from that. It's going to be a whole lot of death. All right, but will there be heathens? Of course there'll be heathens. All right, that just represents the end of heathen rulership. Understand the scripture in Daniel 2nd chapter says what? The stone was cut out without hands and smote the image upon his feet. All right, and they became the chaff of the summer threshing floors, and the wind carried them away. They have no more rulership after our Lord Yahushua returns. No more sea. No more multitudes of the peoples, nations, and tongues, you're pushing out their way, their doctrine upon the planet Earth. All right, that's a wrap. All right, why? Because we're going to take the kingdom, possess the kingdom. And we're going to get some more precepts to prove that the nation will be here. So it says, this is one right here. "I'll give thee power of the nations," verse 27. "And he shall rule them with the, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessel of the potter shall be broken to shivers." I just read a precept on the Psalm 2nd chapter. "Even as I received in my Father, and I'll give him the morning star, my new covenant. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith to the churches." All right. So from there, what I want to do, let's go back to Revelation 21. All right. I'll read that right quick again. Revelation 21 verse 1. "And I saw a new heaven, a new rulership, and a new earth. The earth being rejuvenated." You know, the Greek word is kainos, for refreshed. All right. The earth not going nowhere. Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 4. "The earth abide forever." All right. So this new earth is not a new planet. It's not an exoplanet. It's not Nibiru. All right. This new earth is the planet Earth that's being refreshed. All right. After they get cleansed through the mechanism, element, agent of fire. All right. It says, "For the first heaven, the first rulership, and the first earth were passed," meaning the old world was passed away. All right. The old way of living, Esau's kingdom, is done. It's finished. All right. The way the earth was governed and managed is passed away now. And there was no more sea. That sea, multitudes, nations, tongues. No more, meaning what? No more of their rulership. No more of them pushing out their vibration, their aura, their energy, their laws, which is beastly. All right. Their customs. All right. Which they're going to have their own customs in the kingdom. All right. But they're going to have to fall under vibration of us, the Israelites. You see that? And when I mean by their customs, I mean they got their own type of music, their own favorite dishes to make in their little villages. All right. But they're going to have to keep the laws. We're going to prove that too. "And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven." That's the Israelites, the elect, "prepared as a bride adorned for her husband." You see that? And I was planning to get on this. The whole chapter is a beautiful chapter going into that, but let's prove that these nations will be in the kingdom with some more precepts. All right. So let's get the book. Let's get Isaiah 2. Isaiah 2 and verse 1. It says, "The word that Isaiah the son of Amos did saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. All right. So we're in the last days. All right. So this is when our Lord Yahweh returns the mountains to representative government. Proof of that is Daniel, the 2nd chapter. Right. And also back to Isaiah. But Daniel 2 and verse, I quoted this earlier, but let's get straight to the point. 35. All right. Matter of fact, 34. Thou sawest till that a stone, Yahweh was cut out without hands, because it came from the spiritual realm, the heavens, which smote the image upon his feet and handed to EU. This beast is currently established today. That were of iron and clay, are partly strong, partly broken, and break them to pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together. It became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors, and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And there was no more sea. All right, their vibration, their rulership is done. It says, and the stone that smote the image became a great mountain. You know what? A rulership, a government, and filled the whole earth. All right, and as a matter of fact, that's also in Isaiah. I believe it was Isaiah 7. What's Isaiah 9? Yep. Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 6. It says, for unto us a child is born, Yahweh. Unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. The word government means to govern the mind, control the mind. All right. And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. And the increase, this is of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from the henceforth, even forevermore. The Lord of hosts will perform this. All right. So let's prove that the heathen is going to be here. Let's go back to Isaiah 2. Verse 2, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of government of the Lord's house, where to Bayaf that would die, the tabernacle of David, being spearheaded by Yahweh, of course, shall be established in the top of the mountains, the other governments, the other nations, and shall be exalted above the hills, lesser governments. And all nations shall flow unto it. So every nation going to flow unto us. And many people shall go and say, come, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, right, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, so they're going to be in the kingdom. All right, and they shall beat their swords to plowshares, no more war, and their spears into pruning hooks. So they're going to turn their weaponry into farming utensils. Get to work, you see. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. There's a war going on right now, so there's probably going to fit them some more hats. All right, and this going to happen in the kingdom. So the nation going to be there. After Jacob, come ye, let us walk in the light of the Lord. Now let's get some more preachers to prove this. Let's stay in Isaiah. There's so many scriptures in Isaiah. Isaiah 66 or 65. Let me see. What's this? Bear with me, Akim. Yeah, it's a little further down. Yep. Watch this. Isaiah 66 verse 18. For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come to pass that I will gather all nations in tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. And I will set a sign among them. Matter of fact, let me hold something on deck, right? Let me hold something on deck just to double check something. All right, get these precepts out, man. Not too long, just be straight to the point. All right. Let me see something. Where you at? Okay. All right. Read it on. It says, verse 19, and I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, right? To Tarshish, Pul, and Lud, that draw the bow, to Tubal and Javan, to the isles far off, that have not heard my fame. So there's him sending his men, the Israelite, the elect, to what? These nations around, to gather the elect among them. You go into the wilderness, understanding with this as well. All right, because the main deliverance is gonna be from America. All right, it says, "Have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles." So Gentiles going to still be there. You shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all nations upon horses and in chariots and litters and upon mules and upon swift beasts to my holy mountain Jerusalem. See the Lord, as the children of Israel bring an offering in the clean vessel into the house of the Lord. All right. It says, and I'll also take of them for priests and for Levites, saith the Lord. For as the new heavens and the new earth will I make shall remain before me, saith the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain. All right. That's another one I just thought about. 65th chapter. I jump all the way down. No. Is it this one I want? Let me type this in. Watch this. And I soon ended off SHAQADAN, you know. I think what I want is in Isaiah. Let me see. It should be. No, it's not Isaiah. All right, let me type this in, right? Okay. Okay, Zechariah 14. That's what I want. Zechariah 14 and verse 16. Watch this. And it shall come to pass. Let me see. Watch this. Let's jump to go to verse 14. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel, and in great abundance. And so shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, and of the ass, and of all beasts that shall be in these tents, as a plague. All right, as this plague. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shema Shah, of powers of armies, and to keep the feast of tabernacles. So these heathen nations, year to year, meaning yearly, gonna have to come to worship the King, starting with the Most High Yahweh, his son Yahweh Shah, King David, all right, and keep the feast of tabernacles, man. And it shall come to pass, and it shall be that whoso will not come of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. You know what? We're gonna send plagues upon them. And if the family of Egypt, these Hamites, all right, or nation or family of the nation of Ham, all right, Mizraim, go not up, which are the modern day Sudanese today, go not up and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. This is in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. So what do you mean there'll be no more nations? You lack understanding. All right. It says, this shall be the punishment of Egypt and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the Feast of the Tabernacles. In that day shall there be upon the bells of the horses holiness unto the Lord, and in the pots in the Lord's house shall be like the bowls before the altar. Yea, every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holiness to the Lord of hosts, and all they that sacrifice shall come and take of them and seed therein. And that day shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts, man. So all praise Yahweh Shema Shai. There's also one in Joel. All right, I know it's one in Joel. This is the 3rd chapter. Let me see. I think it is Joel. Let me just type something in. I got an idea. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. So, Joel 3 and verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where you have sold them. He raised us in these last days, and will turn your recompense upon your own head. He's going to judge these heathen nations, starting with Esau, Edom, and deliver us out of this captivity. And I'll sell your sons and your daughters, so they're going to slavery, all right, into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians of the heathen nations, to people far off, for the Lord have spoken it. All right, so y'all gonna be get sold around. All right, that's what I'm gonna get on that. So they're gonna be in the kingdom as slaves. Jeremiah 30, right, and verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. All right, they're going to slavery. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. That's what I wanted to get, man. So these heathen nations will be in the kingdom, they're just going into slavery. All right? Point blank period, man. We're going to gather them out of their bunkers, all right, wherever they scattered abroad at, and bring them to Jerusalem. Look at Isaiah 14 chapter. In verse 1, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, that's Israelite foreigners, and they shall cleave the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them to them, there is heathen nations, and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. All right, and it shall come to pass in that day the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, from thy fear, from the hard bondage when thou was made to serve, man. So, matter of fact, also Isaiah 60 says what? Strangers shall build up thy walls. Okay, let's read that. Let's read that. I'm ending up with that. Isaiah 60 in verse start at verse 9. Surely the owl shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, in the name of the Lord power, all right, and the Lord Yahweh thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings. So this, when you read this 21st chapter, understanding the timeline, that's the elect coming down to inherit the earth, all right, to take the kingdom, okay? So when it says new heavens, new earth, and no more sea, that's the heathen nations. Their rulership is finished, ultimately. All right. And verse 2 goes to I saw New Jerusalem coming down to heaven for power, great glory, or for paraphrasing. All right. So the kingdom is not established on the earth yet. You see? So the no more sea can't refer to all nations is not here. Why? Because they have to build up our walls. So they're going to be here. We're going to chain their ass up. Like I just read Isaiah 14 chapter, we're going to bring them to our place, to the land of Israel, man, and possess them and own them in the kingdom for servants and handmaids, for slaves. It says, where am I at? Verse 10, Isaiah 16 and 10, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I have smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gate shall be open continually. It says, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. So the Gentile kings are going to be brought, their leaders are going to be brought. Not every single Hamite are going to come. No, just the leaders, a representation of a certain family of Hamites, like the leader of the Egyptians, leader of the Ethiopians, leader of the Cushites, whatever the case may be. They're going to pull up, all right? They're going to have men with them. They're going to bring their forces, their resources, all right? Now watch verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee, serve the Israelites, shall perish. They're going to die. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted, man. So if you don't want to serve us, you're going to get put to death, man. Meanwhile, they're going to be there, and they're going to serve. I've read Isaiah the 2nd chapter. They're going to flow to hear the law of the Most High Yahweh Shem Shai. If they don't come yearly to keep the Feast of Tabernacles, there'll be no rain on their land. I mean, what? Famine, drought. All right? So, if you don't, verse 13, the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree and the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I'll make the place of my feet glorious people. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. All right, it says, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I'll make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, shalt suck the breasts of kings, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, I Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, and thy Savior, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. Okay? All right, so we're going to suck the milk, the resources of the Gentiles, man. All right, and the kings will bring us all their, resources. All right. So that was a lesson, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai. All right, will there be heathen nations in the kingdom? I saw no more sea. Of course there will be. All right. But they will be what? In servitude and subjection and ruled over by the nation of Israel, man. All right. For the first 1,000 years, because they ass kicked. After 1,000 years, Esau, he's getting done away with. Pursuant to Obadiah, the first chapter. All right. And then the heathens get their land back. You see, pursuant to other scriptures, slipping my mind at the moment. Slipping my mind exactly where that's at. Crap. I think somewhere in Revelation. I'm trying to remember. If I can, it's fine. Right. In any event, you brothers know where it's at. Right. So Heathen's gonna get some mercy. I mean, they're gonna get their lands back. All right. But Esau's done away with. You know what I'm saying? I think there's also one in Ezekiel. Right. But that's the only nation getting done away with is Esau. So the prophecy. And the scripture where Proverbs 29 verse 2, the people gonna rejoice with a righteous bear of rule. So at the end of the day, they're gonna start rejoicing that we're ruling over the ass, man. All right. So with that, let's give all honor, glory, and infinite praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachak, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace and salutations to the elect scattered abroad, pushing his truth and sincerity. Let them say shalom, shalom.